Good morning, Vande Matram. Welcome all of you. Bon année, Happy New Year. It will be a hope. We hope this year will bring you much more happiness and prosperity in your life. Let everything go smooth throughout the year in every go of your life. That's what we expect. And exceeding this one, we must think, we must hope. Let this year be for you a year of progress, prosperity, and purely a year of aspiration and trust. Let your spiritual track be smooth, be clean, and let your progress be very swift. With this, all these expectations, we wish you again a happy and prosperous new year. Here, the topic of discussion for this glorious morning is on surrender is the main power of the yoga. Surrender is the main power of yoga. So, discussing rightly now on surrender, very brief topic we will take. Sri Aurobindo starts the topic with there is no single rule for all. There is no single rule for all. It varies from person to person, depending upon the personality and the nature, as we have discussed in many occasions from many angles with different variations. Personality and the nature varies from person to person, so for almost it is equal for all. This concept is common for all. So you can find there is no rule, no single rule for all. It depends upon the personality and the nature, and exclusively taking the considerations of these sadhakas who are pursuing this integral yoga. Mostly you can find tremendous variations. No, all are not same because their path, their track, their way of moving. It varies from person to person. Of course, it varies and it should vary. So, Sri Aurobindo, of course, there is no single rule for all. But if you concentrate somewhere, we have to arrive, and something must be there so that everyone can at least concentrate upon that, and they can at least try to follow the same line. For that, actually, Sri Aurobindo very interestingly focuses on surrender. Surrender is the main power of yoga. Surrender, main power of yoga. What is that surrender that we claim? Everybody almost at all time, at the each go of life, they feel we are surrendered. We have given self-giving, surrender, self-consecration. In many ways, they feel we have done. I have kept nothing, I have surrendered all. This is what the mental concept. It actually, you can't be benefited more from this occasional mental concept, the mental theory. What is this one? What I am, what I have, what I need to, what I think of, what I expect, what I aspire. Everything should be submitted to the divine and the Shakti near the mother. That is what. Why surrender is so much necessary so far this integral yoga is concerned. Sri Aurobindo course. So this transformation can be done without an unaided effort. So something must be added. You must get aid from somewhere. You must get aid from somewhere. Without an unaided effort, this yoga can't be pursued. It is too tough. Somebody explained, not mother or Sri Aurobindo, somebody explained. It is like a fire, don't touch it, your fingers may burn out. Like a burning fire, don't touch it. If you touch, with this touch, your fingers will burn out. Don't touch it like this. So here also, Sri Aurobindo very in a strong voice, Sri Aurobindo quotes here, very golden line. This transformation can only be done by a power infinitely greater than the man's force. Infinity, just imagine infinity. What is infinity? Undefinable. We can't define infinity, yet to be defined. Infinitely greater than the man's force, then what you will get? Is it something like a horsepower or something? We can go and borrow somewhere, and so that this yoga can be performed, accomplished, completed. No, this is only the mother's force. With this sports your sadhana may be possible. So there is no other go, no other way out, no second thought for you. Only the mother sports you have to rely upon. That's what Sri Aurobindo has simplified in his teachings, fixing rules, no single rule, because nature and personality varies from person to person, that we have seen. And Sri Aurobindo quotes, he who is turning to the mother is doing my yoga. It is not with your own effort you can do. Initially, the old school of old faculties of sadhus, they had their courage, they had their willingness. Of course, they have crossed a lot of time, a lot of paths, but I don't know where they have really reached, in which apex, which point they have stood. But somehow, some few people they have got the glimpse, a faint glimpse rather. So very dim glimpse, faint glimpse they have got, and they have written something that asatma satgamya tamosoma jyotirgamya mrityurma amrutam gamya, means bearing these all the odds, asat, that falsehood, I mean from darkness, from mortality, death. You have to go forward, go beyond. There is something. After falsehood, there is truth. After darkness, there is light. After mortality, death, there is immortality. But you must go. Everybody has written, you must go. But how shall I go? I don't know. What is the path? How to go? Who will guide us? Where shall we reach? And how this is possible without any visible track is not there. So what can we do? To simplify it, Sri Aurobindo and Mother came and they provided the very simple and fundamental principles. They have done it, they have showed the path, and of course, they are guiding us towards our extreme. They are with us, very much clear. They are with us, their presence is very much visible. Here, Sri Aurobindo quotes, surrender is the most is the main power of yoga. Many of some other powers are also there. The main power is surrender, but the surrender is bound to be progressive. Most of the time we chant the Radha's prayer. What you will choose for me, that either death or life I do accept. But this is a vain concept. You don't know what life really is. Nobody is willing to die. Then why are you praying near the Divine Mother and of course near the Divine Master that whatever you choose, either death or life, we are ready? How? How? Why are you still lying there? You are fooling yourself, you are fooling the environment, you are fooling the divine also, because you don't know. This is your ignorance. Your ignorance, when sleeping, simply sleeping, you are daydreaming, and you feel after in sleeping that I am in some other horizon. Is it it is a, is it, do you feel this is noteworthy? It is advisable? Do you think it is helpful? In no way. That's what Sri Aurobindo quoted. Surrender is bound to be progressive. In one day, it is not. Surrender is a thing not done in a day. It has need of time. You don't know when it will be fulfilled, when it will be perfected. Nobody knows. The surrender is bound to be progressive. Then Sri Aurobindo, different types of surrender we have seen. A complete surrender is not possible in the beginning. Entirely I have given. This is only verbal terms. This is your voice. I have given everything. I have kept nothing for me. Whatever you choose, I choose. I want to be abided with that principle. These are all silly things. Out of ignorance, we claim something. Yeah, out of ignorance, inconscience, how can you expect that a great luminosity will emerge? How is it possible? So complete surrender is not possible in the beginning. In the beginning, you can't expect the complete surrender, but only a will in the being. For that, for that completeness, will, you must will. Yes, whatever may come, whatever may be the difficulty, however, in which way it is coming, I don't have anything to do. Will in the being for completeness, it should be there. It must be there. If that willingness is there, if you will, then it is a little bit forward. It is carrying you a little bit forward. It will definitely will search something and reach somewhere. And another format we have seen, if you want to be big, dream big. Then we are taking everything in the material way. I want to be an IS officer. That is what the dream. So even if it is not, I am not qualifying the highest, then maybe some OS, some bank PO, it may be possible. But thing is not going there. Only when the surrender, it is only when the surrender is complete that the full flood of sadhana is possible. Without complete surrender, nothing best can be done. You can't do. You can't do anything without complete surrender. The surrender must be complete. It must be the surrender of a living being, not of an inert automaton or mechanical tool. Surrender must be of a living being. People, they must surrender. Something like we are taking the example, suppose this fan is revolving on and on, it has surrendered. How does it is surrendering? It is a mechanical device, simply it is weak. Whenever you switch on, it is moving, when switch off, it is closed. Provided it is in the running condition, so it is not the surrender. That's what Sri Aurobindo wanted to tell us. Surrender of a living being, not of an inert automaton or mechanical tool. An inert passivity, you are doing the inert passivity is constantly confused with the real surrender. That passivity, I have given all, I have kept nothing for me. Whatever you choose, I choose. Let the death or life, whatever is being chosen by us, it is acceptable. This is not the right surrender. Inert passivity is constantly confused with the real surrender. But out of an, if you take this inert passivity as the substitute of really surrender, you are in all the ways you are going to fail. Out of the inert passivity, see in the course, nothing true and powerful can come. Nothing true and powerful can come. Whatever you get, these are all fallacious, erroneous. So it is the inert passivity that moves you under the undivine influence of the undivine process. Influence of the undivine process. You are bound to go. There is no other substitute and no other chance for you. Under the influence of the undivine hostile forces, undivine forces. Like one a patch of cloud is on the sky, and it depends upon the movement and the movement, speed and the direction of the wind. Wherever it is pushing, that is also moving. That is what. That's what Sri Aurobindo said here. It is only when the surrender is complete. Complete surrender is absolutely necessary, and Sri Aurobindo knows it is not done in a day. It will take time. In the beginning, it does not come. Is not possible. That's what also known. But it must be progressive. Every day you will be progressing. This sadhana must be progressive. Once this complete, when this surrender is complete, that the full flood of sadhana is possible. Without complete surrender, nothing completion, perfection will come. Till then, there must be the personal effort with an increasing reality of surrender. Personal effort. Unless otherwise there is complete surrender, that personal effort will be playing a very crucial role there, very important role. Personal effort, Sri Aurobindo has explained on personal effort. As long as the lower nature is active, the personal effort of the sadhaka remains necessary. Lower nature, as long as it is active, not there, it is there inside all. But as divinity, and where there is divinity, there is stupidity. As the divinity will be escalating upwards, stupidity also following in that way, same direction, same speed. But up to a point, if that point is reached, then stupidity will have to do nothing because its drama is over, play is over. It can't do anything. Up to that point, stupidity will be pursuing, following. So for that actually, personal effort of the sadhak remains necessary. As long as the lower nature is active, it is there. As long as this lower nature, anger, greed, sex, something like this, you have to have your personal effort. But if throughout the life you are madly running after this lower nature, then what about your sadhana for whom actually you have taken birth? I mean, very clearly, soul has taken birth to do something. But instead of doing all these things, we are deputed selves of the infinity. Instead of doing the sadhana, we are simply moving after this lower nature. Sex, anger, greed, all these things are the things. You move, keep moving there. Then how long it will take to do the sadhana? This year, this life is over, but you have done nothing. At the end of the life, you have to suppose some one officer in deputation, he has come, but he has done nothing, simply returning back, and he has to submit the report. What you have done? I have done nothing. For that, you have taken birth. For that, actually, one life is gone. So personal effort, then what should be the objective of the personal effort? How long it will go? Sri Aurobindo quotes, attainment of God is the all object of your human personal effort. Attainment of God, within the personal effort, you have to do one thing, attainment of God. That's what you have to do. The rest will be done later for you. That's what you must do. That is what the requirement. So anyway, it is time to conclude. We must take care that surrender is essential. Without complete surrender, nothing best can be done. Nothing, no visible progress can be achieved in the sadhana. So surrender is a must. Complete surrender is absolutely necessary. It is a thing not done in a day. It must be progressive, and personal effort has its role in increasing the reality of the surrender. So here it is a very good time, very good morning, and it is a great day, something like your new year. On this morning, we wish you happy and a prosperous new year. Let the new year bring for you better aspiration, better trust in the divine, and progress, everything. Let your life be smooth. Let your progress be swift. Visibly you progress, have the greatest faith in the unshakable faith in the divine, and aspire for steady progress. Let your track be smooth. With all these expectations, I again wish you all a happy and progressive, prosperous new year. Thank you. Bande Mataram. Banane.